John, Chris, Toby with you. We just completed, it's not official yet, but it probably is going to be voted the greatest sports special of all time. It was a 30-minute commercial-free OU playoff preview special, getting set for OU and Alabama coming up on Friday night. I've donned the glasses, and we hope somebody out there is watching this right now. If you are, I've been told we can field questions from you, and we are prepared to answer them.
On TikTok, right off the bat, we got a 6-7 comment.
Okay.
So that's how you know. We're getting a different audience in there.
I did drop a 6-7, I'm told, in the middle of the special tonight.
It was just in reference to last year's record. Listen, you want to know how good, sometimes as broadcasters, we're given to hyperbole, but I don't think that you went over the top with that initial statement. And
No.
the reason I know is because this halo you kind of have around you back there, it's
Yeah.
angelic almost.
Well, thank you very much. It is the Christmas season. So anyway, if you've got any questions about OU Alabama, about the college football playoff, about John Holcomb's hair, about Chris Williams' hair, really, I mean, that's where I should have started with that.
Those are extremes, by the way.
About anything really related to...
Toby, tell us about this ESPN2 thing. So
Yes.
your radio, you obviously call for the Sooners on radio. It's going to be on ESPN2 on Friday?
Yeah, so they're doing a mega cast. They've
Okay.
done this before for national championship games and for some semifinals. They're going to do it for the first round this year for 2 games, for the Friday night OU Alabama game and for the Miami Texas A&M game on Saturday morning. And they're putting hometown radio on 2 of the channels. The Oklahoma broadcast is going to be on ESPN2 Friday night, and I think they're putting the Skycam video with it, so you can watch the game, you can see the game from the Skycam, and you'll hear our broadcast over the top. And they do the Alabama broadcast on the SEC network. So
Got another 6-7 in there. And
Pretty cool.
We happen to know where that came from. Atta girl.
I feel like that should be done. I feel like we're done.
Atta girl.
I feel like we're done with 6-7.
Now, do you have any sort of special production meeting with your crew, your
Yes.
radio crew, to get ready for this?
More of a warning than a meeting is, guys, this is really an opportunity for us to all blow our careers, and so let's don't do that. We have a much larger audience than we normally have, and so let's don't blow it.
We have a question up here about keys to the game.
Go ahead.
Keys to the game. You want me to start?
Yes.
Yeah.
sir.
Okay,
Yes.
a key for me is that the one-on-one matchups. Alabama has really good wide receivers, and with that OU defense, especially that defensive front 7, they're going to be throwing up some 50-50 balls. They're going to be trying to make their guys make a play. Can OU's defensive backs be the one to make the play when it's a 50-50?
See, I like that because OU's secondary, the Bowen brothers, and then that front 7 have been so good that you can't stop everything all the time. It just, it's not against the talent like that. Well, maybe I could be wrong about that. But if it's a low-scoring game, that would be my biggest concern.
Yeah, I think you hit it. It's going to be low scoring, so points are at a premium. So when you have the opportunity to score, you have to score. So that's what Oklahoma did so well in Tuscaloosa. When they got the ball on the plus side of the 50, they cashed it in. The OU offense has been beat up this year. They've taken a lot of criticism. But something they have done well is they're the only team in the country that has scored every time they've been in the red zone this year. They're 32 for 32.
Helps when you have the best kicker in the nation, too.
They got a kicker that's making them, from 70 yards. And so if they can get it to the 38-yard line, that it's been points. And so, but it's got to be on Friday night because this game is not going to be a lot of points. So when you get in scoring range, you have to cash it in.
How healthy is Xavier Robinson now?
Yeah, we'll see is the answer to that. I can't help but think that the 3 extra weeks has helped him get a little healthier. He took the bang. I think this is a big deal in this game because if you remember in the Ole Miss game and in the Tennessee game, Oklahoma was really getting the running game ramped up.
Yeah.
He went for over 100 yards in both those games. And going into the Alabama game, the talk was, well, here comes the OU offense because Xavier Robinson is getting going. And then he took the hit on that knee.
Yeah.
And they haven't been the same since. So if the 3 weeks has helped him get closer to being that guy, then, man, that would be a huge boost for this offense. So I don't know until we see him out there.
He had a big knee brace at practice on Monday.
Yeah, but he's going to.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to be cautious with it.
And I think that in terms of one of the bigger keys, too, is because both teams have struggled to run the football consistently over the course of the season, can you run it well, and when you're in third and short or third and manageable, can you feel confident enough to run it and pick up a first down?
Yeah.
And I'm not sure where that stands. But if you're the team that can do it, you got a good chance.
I don't feel confident in either one of them.
No.
Like a 3rd and 2, being able to run the football and pick up a first down.
How healthy can our Mason Thomas be in round 2, particularly not playing?
How healthy can our Mason Thomas be? Oh,
round
I think he's going to
two?
play in this
Yeah,
round.
round 2 against Alabama.
Oh, okay,
I
yes.
think
Oh,
it's
yes.
maybe what round
Round
1. Yes, there we go. Yeah.
Well, he's going
Round
to
one,
play.
okay.
Yeah.
He's going to play.
He is going to play.
He's not on the injury report. How do you think he's 100%?
I don't know about 100% because I don't know that you get 100% for months after the season ends, but I think that they wouldn't risk anything with his future at the next level. You're not going to do something that's going to put all of that in major jeopardy. So he looks normal, wasn't on the list at all, wasn't listed as probable even, just wasn't there. And you know he's hungry. What I laugh about is he had to miss the first half of the Auburn game because of the targeting call the week prior. And he was like, they're lucky I couldn't run out there. I was getting so excited. First drive gets the sack. So now he's missed since early November, since the Tennessee game. How hungry is our Mason Thomas going to be to get out there and start wreaking havoc?
Well, I'm hungry too, and that's a completely different
Yeah.
thing, though.
I'm right there
He
with
closed
you.
out that game with a safety as well. He's going to play. I mean, it's a good point. At the very least, if he's a 3rd down pass rusher, that helps.
Of course.
Like
of course.
he may be the best pass rusher in the SEC. If he's 100% healthy, and he can play all the time, massive boost because Alabama hasn't seen this guy yet.
Whether he's effective or not, it's a major point of concern for Alabama's offense is dealing with that front 4.
Right.
You mentioned Ty Simpson, who was really good in protecting the ball up until the last few games. What, 4 interceptions last 4 games?
Yeah.
Anything that you've seen from him? Is it just because listen, let's be fair. Sometimes quarterback throws an interception, it's the receiver's fault.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, with Ty Simpson, it's a similar situation where if this was an Alabama one, they'd be asking how healthy is Ty, because he hasn't been 100% healthy down the stretch here. But he had just 1 interception in the first 9 games. He's really good. I did the breakdown on our special. He's really good when the blitz is coming on the edge, and he can step up in the pocket. He has the fundamentals, flip his feet, get the ball downfield. But when the pressure is able to come through the middle, that's when he's not able to escape and get out. And we saw Trinidad Chambliss for Ole Miss do that how many times here? Just get out and get the 3rd down conversion. Ty Simpson's not as capable of doing that.
I do think Oklahoma also kind of showed a game plan there that Auburn and Georgia have copied since then about how to pressure him, and it has rattled him a little bit. That question was about could the OU offense find its best here late in the year? I mean, that's the hope. I mean, we'll see. The hope is that John Mateer's hand, which we talked about during the special, doesn't have a wrap on it now. It's 3 weeks healthier, that Xavier Robinson is healthier, that maybe the O-line can get a little healthier. But that's all hope. I mean, we don't know until they get out there on Saturday. They're not going to be super explosive. They've just got to capitalize when they have the opportunity.
Okay, speculation time. With Mateer, the injury obviously has affected him. And he's not, I mean, we keep saying guys aren't 100%. How long did it take you to get back to 100% after your days at Chapman after the season?
Still working on it.
Yeah, I mean, mentally he's not there still.
Well, I mean, get in line. We didn't even play football. But in terms of
That's a good question. So don't forget to
how
get back
injured Mateer is, how the physical part of it versus the mental now, because he's played with it for a while. I mean, where is that? I mean, is it still more physical than mental, you think, or what?
Well, and you know that the game plan had some protection for Mateer in it, so even just taking that off might help with the mental side of, you know what, I am treating it like I'm full go, doesn't matter what happens. I think we'll see more designed Mateer run, but you're right. I think the mental part of it, and maybe he got that reset these few weeks off.
There's a question about Javonte Barnes.
They want to see his blocking. They asked if he's all in.
So I don't know if he's all in or not. So Javonte Barnes hasn't played since Game 4 of the season. Reportedly he wants to preserve the red shirt, so he didn't play the rest of the year. Well, postseason games don't count.
Right.
Yep. For your red shirt. Right. So he can play now, and it's not going to harm his red shirt. Fascinating situation here. He is practicing, but he has been practicing all. Do you use? He's an excellent blocker. That's the situation where I could see them potentially. If you got a 3rd and long situation, you bring him. I have a hard time seeing them handing him the football
Right.
in a game where it could be tight and one fumble could cost you the football game. A guy who hadn't played in 2 months.
Yeah.
Could be wrong.
But as far as all in, I mean, since he got here, the narrative around Javonte Barnes has been he's a great teammate.
Yeah.
He's great in the locker room. There's a reason, he could have already stepped away from the team. He wants to be a part of this.
Yeah.
He wants to be in it. So I would imagine that in some capacity he'll do it. And
The
then
fact
also,
that he's practicing and
Yeah.
still here and all this tells you that he is still
and then
on.
also you can earn some better looks for your next stop. If that's his goal, is to maybe redshirt and leave or something
Right.
along those lines, eyes are on you. How do you step up in this situation?
Wouldn't that be a
So-
fascinating story, though,
Oh,
if
man.
if he ends up being a deciding factor?
Yeah.
Maybe he scores
Yeah.
a touchdown
That's what I
or
was thinking,
something.
like,
You said the F word, fumble.
That one.
And okay, turnover wise,
Uh-huh.
OU's been on the right side of that the last couple of times with Alabama. I
Right.
mean, and again, it goes down. Everything is Everything is magnified if it's going to be a low-scoring game. It's not just about finishing
Yeah.
the opportunities that you have, but it's about the turnovers. It's about the mental busts. I mean, if you start shrinking this, your margin for error is not that great. I don't think.
Especially in a low-scoring game.
Yeah.
Hey, we got a good one. Were you surprised Brent Venables wasn't a finalist for Coach of
Yes.
the Year?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if he should win it because Kurt Signetti has done an unbelievable job at Indiana. But if there's 12 finalists, what Brent Venables did, taking a 6-7 team to the college football playoff,
He did it again.
that was their record. Okay, I'm not trying to do it out there. Taking a 6-7 team to the playoff, and especially
With
what they
that
did in
schedule.
November
Yeah.
with the toughest schedule in the country, at least in the preseason. That's what we said. Yes, he should have been one of the 12 finalists.
Okay, so then let's bring this up too. The article on CBSSports.com with the top 25 players participating in the college football playoff.
Yeah.
There was a lack of
No
any
Sooners.
OU players.
Yeah. You know, the funny thing is, this is Oklahoma and Alabama. Maybe the top two of the top 3 or 4 programs of all time, right? And they're both playing the disrespect card coming into this game, right? The two of the most respected programs of all time. Alabama's upset because Oklahoma took some pictures on their field, and nobody thinks they should be in the playoff because of the way they lost in the SEC championship game. And Oklahoma's upset because they weren't in what you were just talking about. Brent Venables wasn't one of the top 12, and there are people that feel like they shouldn't be here because their offense isn't any good. And so both have woe is me out of both camps.
I did-
and it's Oklahoma and Alabama.
I mean, by the way, you can see that article on News on 6 and News9.com.
Great
by the way, if you
tease.
haven't seen it yet.
We're at the pro right now.
Brent Venables did say today, by the way, they don't want to lean too much into the underdog mentality. You don't want to get too into that trap.
Healthy Keontez Lewis will help. Haven't consistently hit deep crossers since he got hurt. That's a good point. He has to be healthier too. I mean, 3 weeks has to have helped him. He hasn't been the same since he ran into the wall down here on the north end. So hopefully, if he's back to healthy, that will also be a
That
boost.
wall, by the way, which has certain things covered up.
Well, I mean, we
Logo-wise.
can. We
And
can
there's
say it,
padding
right?
now.
Yeah, I mean, but there's the college football playoff. I mean, you can't see it from this shot.
Yeah, all the college football, they've painted a logo
It's
on,
cool
the
on the
field,
field,
and
yeah.
all the advertising is up in the stadium. and
Special
everything.
teams could play a huge role, could be the difference in this game. Yes, not only has OU been
100%.
great, Alabama has struggled with special teams. That SEC championship game, the blocked punt early, kind of a spiral from there. And also, I feel like we don't talk enough about Satania had a great return against Alabama the first time around that helped with the field position battle.
It's the biggest disparity in this game. Like, the difference between the Oklahoma offense and the Alabama offense is slim. You could pick whichever side you want. The difference between the Oklahoma defense and the Alabama defense is slim. You could think one is better than the other. There's nobody that could tell you the Alabama special teams has been better than the Oklahoma special teams this
Absolutely.
year. And so they have to win that category, and they have to make it a decisive factor in this game, like it was in Tuscaloosa.
Yeah.
You got the big return, you made your field goals, you blocked a field goal, you had a punt that was down on the 6-yard line for the final possession of the game. The average starting field position for Alabama in Tuscaloosa was their own 21, and the average starting field position for OU was their own 42. So that's a 21-yard difference.
Yeah.
If you multiply that over 10 possessions, which is what they had, that's over 200 yards difference in starting field position in a game.
210, I think, actually.
Our,
Hashtag math.
Our interns are heading to
Interns
campus
are
corner
out.
now. They're
Interns
heading to
are
campus corner.
You guys did a really good
nickel
job of
beer
supporting
night.
and being quiet. Thank you. X Factor. How about X Factors? One guy on your mind? One or two?
Although,
We will not
I
be
was a
wearing
little worried
short
it was going to be
shorts.
too cold for Tate to rock the Daisy Dukes, but it should be pretty nice.
Oh, he can't not wear them now.
know.
Weather's going to be great. What did you ask?
X Factor players, either side.
Ooh, well, we'll see if R. Mason Thomas can play a role, how healthy he is. Taylor Wine is a big one. He has really come on this season.
Well, that's a good one.
And,
He played great in Tuscaloosa, too.
Yes, exactly. The 87-yard pick six from Eli Bowen was huge. The strip sack from Taylor Wine, you just felt the energy leave the stadium. It was bizarre. I thought it was incomplete because it was so quiet in there.
The other thing is, if R. Mason plays, I heard Gabe talk about this, there's a gravitational force to him. Like, all the focus of an offensive line goes to him, which opens up things for whoever else is on the field with him. Maybe it's Taylor Wine, maybe it's Marvin Jones, whatever the case may be. I'd say Cortland Guillory, because the freshman corner we haven't talked about, Jeremy Bernard and Ryan Williams are really, really good and super explosive. And in a low-scoring game, you catch one pass and go 80, and that could be the difference in the game. And even though Guillory's been good, he's a true freshman. He's going to have to play great in this game against two of the elite wide receivers in the country.
Yeah, I don't know that you just mentioned him. I was going to say Ryan Williams for Alabama.
Tremendous.
You've managed to keep him bottled up.
I know.
That's just crazy.
Yeah.
He was really good in the first half of the SEC
What's more
championship.
likely, Jarrett's first touchdown or Javonte? I'll throw Jaden Ott in there, too, just for fun.
Correct me if I'm wrong, I think Javonte Barnes has a touchdown this year. I think he scored one early in the season.
Obviously, you're not paying as much attention as the person.
I could be
asking
wrong.
that.
Yeah.
I mean,
I could be wrong.
You've called every game this year. You
It would
haven't
be
missed one, right?
well, Javonte hasn't played in a long time.
Okay.
It would be an unbelievable story if Jaron Canick got a touchdown in his final game on Owen Field, and it was a college football playoff game.
Yeah, and by the way, third-team All-SEC tight end when he was a linebacker up until about 6 months ago.
He's been great this year, but he hasn't gotten into the end zone.
Yeah, I think
He's thrown a
can you
two-point
imagine
conversion.
this place, it'll already be rocking. But if Jaron Canick can score a touchdown, the fan favorite, oh man,
My dad would
that
say
be
they
fun.
would take the roof off the dump. That's who they say.
He would say
But
that.
it's a palace.
Yeah.
But that's what the saying is. Yeah.
Do you remind your dad of that?
Well, I mean, that's what he says about any
Yeah,
building.
sure,
Yeah,
sure,
any building.
sure.
Yeah. All right, what else we got? Any other questions? What about TikTok? Oh, predictions when the OU game. Who you guys got? What was your prediction in the special?
I said Oklahoma 23-20.
I said OU 20-14. I think Bama will get a couple of touchdowns, but I think the difference will be a couple of Tate Sandell field goals. Chris stepped out because he picked Alabama. to
No,
win the
okay.
game. He doesn't want you
Okay.
guys to know that.
Someone had to be the bad guy. Okay.
You
Someone
did-
had to be the bad guy.
No, nobody
I had
had
low
to be the bad
scoring,
guy.
17-13. My predictions have been all wrong the entire season long.
What's your email
So
Well,
address?
Jared,
but,
do
but
that.
not
No,
as
stop
bad
that.
as Steve McGeehee's predictions in our
Could
locks.
this be the biggest attendance for an Oklahoma? By the way, my favorite comment we got this season on a podcast was someone who said, "I'm just here for the Brahms." How Oklahoman is that? They've been a great sponsor this season and continuing as we do this. Okay, could this be biggest attendance for the
I
Oklahoma
mean, you can only
game?
fit so many people in here. They'll get as many in here as they can get. So it'll be around 85,000, and it'll be packed. It'll be hopping.
It'll be loud.
It'll be
How
hopping.
many around the stadium too? Just come in and
I don't know. Friday's
Yeah.
gonna be. They're shutting down the schools. They're shutting down everything. It's gonna be fun here on Friday. All right, is that it? I think we're wrapping. Hey, we're gonna have coverage for you on News 9, News on 6 all week. We're gonna be live here, obviously, 6 and 10 on Friday. Again, check out the Sooner Radio broadcast on ESPN2. And thanks for watching tonight.
Angelic.
Keep following us on Oklahoma Zone Sports as well. Like and subscribe,
And
please.
thank you to Brahms.
yes.